today's video is a recap on a bunch of the products that I picked up in my drugstore haul that I did back in January. I took you guys with me, and Target was having like this massive blowout. They were getting rid of a bunch of their stuff, and everything was basically like on clearance, and I was able to score a couple of new products that were newer. So I thought I'd give you guys a recap and let you guys know what I think about them. So that is today's video. If you guys are new, I hope you guys would enjoy this video and subscribe. And we're just going to get diving into it. If you guys haven't seen this video, I did do this full look from my BoxyCharm and Ipsy subscription box that I did a try on. So if you guys want to check out that video, I'll have it at the end of this video, or you guys can look down in the description box and I'll have it linked there too. So the very first product we'll start off with is this here, which is the Milani. This is the Natural Conceal and Perfect Blush. No, this is not a blush stuff. This is a face powder. I find this to be very comparable to some of the higher end powders that I have, and honestly it's so good. I would definitely repurchase a second one of these. I think it just does a really great job at like adding a little bit extra powder to your skin. I'm all for that. I personally prefer a pressed powder nowadays on top of my foundation when I need just a little bit of added coverage, but if that's not your thing, then I probably would shy away from this because this does have some coverage. But if you're looking for something a little bit more lightweight, I think the ones by Rimmel is a really good one to try out, or the Vitalist Healthy if they still have them from Covergirl. Those are really great. But this one here, if you're looking for just an added coverage and you need just something to add to your skin on top of your foundation, try this baby out. Next up we have is the Revlon Skin Lights. I'm sure you guys have heard people raving about this, and there's a good reason for this. I've said this before a while ago, but it has been a while since Revlon's came out with like bomb ass products. And don't get me wrong, it's not to say that they don't have bomb products, because they do, but they have like staple products that they've had in their collection for a while, and I feel like Revlon's kind of just like been teeter-tottering, just kind of getting past. But here, you know, in the last like 6 months or so, they've been throwing out some really bomb products. The gel liners, they're So Fierce gel liners, are really great. I'm actually wearing the black one in my waterline today. The So Fierce mascara was another one that I picked up in this drugstore haul. I still haven't opened it because I'm trying to get rid of my other mascaras, but it was one of those products where I was like, I need to get it. Like I cannot not resist it. And then when I got this, I was super excited. So they sent me a collection, and one of these was included, but the one that they sent me was just a little too dark, so I went out and I purchased this one. Now this one is called their Day Break Gleam. Do you guys see just how intense this is? This is definitely more of like a wet consistency. It's definitely going to give you that wet look to your highlight. If that's what you like, you would definitely love this. Now, I really enjoy this on the inner corners. I find it to be really brightening. It gives a really nice brightening effect to the inner corners. And I'm not somebody that is into like super wet highlights anymore, but I do like to take this right at the high points, or if you like a really good nose highlight, this is a good one. It doesn't accentuate your pores or any texture on your cheek. It does a really good job at like kind of, you know, really getting into there, making it look like it's more a part of your skin. So I really do like this highlighter. I think that they did such a great job with the formula. Definitely a must-have in your collection. So I have two setting sprays I wanted to talk about. The first one here is the Fix It by Makeup Obsession setting spray. So this was actually purchased alongside another product I'm going to talk about in this brand, because I did a like try on using a bunch of makeup from Makeup Obsession, which there were some really good things in that collection, and then there were some like products, but this was actually really good. It's their Extra Hold Makeup Fixing Spray, and I really do like it. I actually saw that my makeup wears longer when I do use it. It is one that I tend to dive to quite often, and I do tend to enjoy using, so that's a really good thing about it. And I want to say I've used probably like right about there. So I've gotten a pretty good amount of wear using it. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't find the scent to be anything too crazy. It's got a little bit of a scent, but nothing too bad. The spritz on it is really fine. It gives like a nice even distribution. The price point on these products, Makeup Obsession in my opinion isn't like super expensive, but it's not super cheap. It's kind of like anywhere between $8 to $14. So they tend to run somewhere in that price point. So just a little FYI to expect that if you come across a Makeup Obsession stand. But there are some really great products from this line, and this being one of them. Now, one that I did not enjoy, and I was really turned off on it the first time I tried it, it like reeked, and I tried using it again and I was like, I cannot handle the scent. And it is the Revolution Rose Fizz Makeup Setting Spray. Now this was part of their Christmas collection, so I do not know if they still have it out, and if they don't, I'm glad because this is so strong, you guys. Like, it is insane just how intense this scent is. Like, it's a very, you know, when you're like walking by a perfume counter and there's just that one scent that's just really strong and it makes you kind of gasp and like breathe for air. That's what this reminds me. It's supposed to have like a rose scent to it, and it is just so intense. I could wear this probably as perfume because it is that intense. It just kind of makes you just like stop in your tracks, and I'm not somebody that is sensitive to smells at all. Like, I feel like I'm, you know, pretty normal. Like, I don't know if normal is the word to say, but I feel like my nose can handle a pretty good amount of scent before I start to like really get like, oh gosh, like I'm starting to get a headache. This one truly gives me a headache. So I don't know if this is available. I would not recommend it. I'm sorry, Makeup Revolution. I just do not like this product. I do have another Makeup Obsession product. This here is the Mega Conceal. This is their like really fat concealer. I like the doe foot applicator. I like that it's kind of bent, so it kind of hugs right in there. It's a good concealer. I wouldn't say it's like the best concealer I've tried. I'm not like raving about it at all. I definitely have other drugstore concealers that I would definitely choose over this concealer, but it definitely is one of those concealers where it's lightweight. It's going to provide a little bit of coverage if you build it. It wears well. It's not testy. It's just a good concealer. Now we're moving into a powder. So this one you guys probably already know, so I won't spend too much time on it because I've raved about it a lot, but this here is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. The shade that I have is in medium. Hands down, I absolutely love this product, you guys. Like, I love it as an all-over face glow. Definitely can use it as like a soft highlight glow if you guys like more of a softer, natural, radiant glow for your cheeks and you don't want anything too intense. This would be something to check out, but for myself, I love it as like a buffer, my end of my face to buff everything in. I just find it to look so smooth. It really just kind of subtly makes everything look really not photoshopped because that's a little too intense to say, but like a soft filters over your face. And it is just an amazing product. Like, truly is such a great product. I recommend it. I tell my girlfriends about it. I got a couple of comments like from my girlfriends like watching my videos are like, do I really need this product? Is it that good? And I'm like, yes. It's like $6. It's definitely worth the money. Get it. It's gonna last you a while. Even if you don't like it all over, definitely use it as a highlight, because I have friends that do not like intense highlighters. I have friends that don't like highlighters at all, but the purpose of this product is that I think it just gives it a more natural, radiant finish to the skin, and I freaking love it. I do have this palette. I'm only bringing it in here because this was part of my drugstore purchase. I have not played with it, so I don't know exactly how I feel about it. I definitely still need to dive into it. I know it's been 2 months, you guys. I think have I played with it? Maybe I've played with it once or twice. Oh, no, I haven't. I've held off on it because I wanted to do another drugstore makeup look. So I definitely need to put that in my like new to use bin, but that is one product that I did purchase that I just haven't played with, but I've heard really great reviews about it. I know that in my drugstore video, a lot of you guys were saying that you really liked those Milani palettes, so I'm excited to play around with that one. Now, Milani did have a couple of products that I really just disliked and I was really disappointed with, and it was the Milani Everyday. These are the most wanted eyeshadow palettes. So I have Partner in Crime, which was more of their neutral palettes. So this one here was like a neutral brown tone one. And then this one here was the Outlaw Olive, which had more of like those bronze and green tones to it. I found them to be very powdery, like they just were dusty. They didn't blend well together and they almost like muddied up. If you guys saw that drugstore video, I used them and I was just so disappointed with them. And then I tried using them again off camera, and every time I used them, I just found them to not work really well on my eyes. They were really testy. I used them with 2 different primers, and each time, one time it was patchy, the other time I just did not like the way that it looked. It ended up like getting muddy and gray. It was just a bad overall experience, which kind of like just disappointed me because I do have quite a few Milani palettes that I've raved about here on my channel before. So I was kind of expecting these to work out just the way that those other Milani palettes worked out, but they didn't. Yeah, definitely skip on these. Go to the other ones. The last one I have is another one from Makeup Revolution. This here was the Precious Stones palette, which was their Amethyst palette. Do you guys remember when we did a makeup tutorial using this palette? Oh my gosh. I was so freaking excited to use this palette, you guys, because it is definitely up my alley. When I swatched it, they just swatch so nice, you guys. When you swatch them, look at that. Is that not stunning when you swatch them? They are perfection when you swatch them. It was when we actually used them on camera where I had the worst issue with them. They were patchy and they were like falling off. It was just the strangest thing. I ended up taking off the eye look. I ended up going to a completely different palette. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out, but you guys will see I just had such a hard time with this palette. I tried it again off camera, like just using like different colors and then just popping these like more intense purple tones on my lid. It's had the same issues. I was just so sad by this palette because I was like, I wanted this palette to work so bad and it would not work for me. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you guys are still wanting to check out some of the videos that I used with these products, I will have them linked down below. If you guys haven't checked out any of my newest videos, there are some here for you guys to check out. And I will see you guys all in my next video. I do upload Sunday through Thursday, 8 a.m. I'm trying to say this all because I can tell I need a burp and I'm trying not to burp, but I will see you guys all in my next video. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and I will see you guys later. Bye.